Hi, I'm Ice Cream, and that is 100% my real name. Don't worry about it. And right now, we're going to talk about underrated characters in Percy Jackson, not the whole Riordan verse, because I'm not about to type like 18 slides about Kane Chronicles, Magnus Chase, and Percy Jackson. I'm pretty sure there's a new book that came out in September, and there's the TV show, so we're not talking about all of that. And fan art is not mine, obviously. The characters are not mine either. Also, I'm sorry if I get angry in advance. So first of all, it's Jason Grace. I really don't get why so many people think he's boring, but according to some of my friends who think he's boring, it's because they wanted Percy. We just want Percy at this point. And they did not want Jason, and since we didn't get to see Percy until the Son of Neptune, a lot of people didn't like that, apparently. Um, Jasper or Jiper, depending on how you say it, which is Jason X Piper ship, did not work out for a reason. Hera literally implanted the memories. They never existed. They never dated. They never should have dated. Poor Piper, to be honest. Um, she deserves better. He deserves better. And spoiler alert, if you don't like this part, skip ahead. I'll put in timestamp later. He died, which is very upsetting. In the Trials of Apollo series, and I cried 100% because it's okay. Why'd you kill him off? But Rick is Rick. Second is Frank Zhang, the Chinese one, the one with the lactose intolerance, and the one dating Hazel. They don't hate him; they just don't like him. Frank is usually seen as a background character unless you're reading Son of Neptune. Then you're gonna be like, oh my god, I love Frank and Hazel. They're so cute together. But he's awesome, and I really like him. Him and Hazel are the only freaking couple in the Prophecy of the Seven that isn't based off fake memories, really weird, or just no, and not Percabeth. Percabeth doesn't count. Percabeth is awesome, and we can see that he does get jealous really easily because of how Hazel treated Leo. But to be fair, Hazel was in love with Leo's great great grandpa when she was alive, which is Sammy Valdez. So we're gonna leave it at that. I know it sounds weird, but yeah. And I don't know if he died or not. There are people telling me, oh yeah, he died in Trials of Apollo with Jason. I can't tell because I reread the series and I still don't know if he died or not. So interpret that how you will, my besties. Next is Rachel Elizabeth Dare. I'm not gonna write her full name. Um, People don't really like her because she kind of got in the way of Percabeth, and at the time everyone loved Percabeth, and some people ship her with Octavian, apparently. I don't get it, but Octavian sucks, and if you like him, I'm concerned for you. Um, so, per Rachel should not exist, and I get that a lot of people had crushes on Percy because he's the main character. But can we just talk about how Jason never got anyone to crush on him except Piper and Raina? Okay, he did. What about Frank? Frank didn't get anyone to crush on him. It's upsetting. But she's an oracle because she's a redhead, and I stand by that. Any redheads watching this, you're probably an oracle too. I don't care. She did deserve to be an oracle, and I think it fits her vibe, and I know vibes. Next is Luke Castellan, and I'm gonna make people angry about how I pronounce this. Luke Castellan or something. He betrayed the entire camp. He tried to kill almost all of his friends. But it's not his fault. Hermes was a horrible father, and if he's very misunderstood. Oh my god. People ship him with Annabeth, which first of all, what the hell are you doing? He's a grown man, kind of. He's like 19 in the first book. And Annabeth was like 12 in the first book, so no. And him and Talia doesn't really work out either. Like, he just treated them both as his little sisters. And he did do what was right in the end. That's why I like him, because he's still a hero, and if he's not an Elysium, I'm gonna cry. And if you're not over Luke's betrayal, me too, bestie. Next is Will Solis, the infirmary guy, or Nico's boyfriend, Nico. Um, People don't hate him, they just don't like him, you know? They think, oh, he's just that infirmary guy, or he's just Nico's boyfriend. He was 13 in the Battle of Manhattan. He was the only one who had healing powers in the Apollo cabin, and he still managed to save multiple lives, and people still see him as a side character. Deep breath. He's not just a side character, he's awesome, okay? And I'm glad we got to see more of him in Trials of Apollo. Next, his relationship with Nico. People see him too much as Nico's boyfriend, and I think that's just not okay. And I feel like he and Piper would be best friends. I don't know why, just based off the personalities alone, you know? What I know about Will's family life is that his mother was Naomi Solis. We know that she was a country singer. We don't know what happened to her, or I don't know what happened to her. If you guys know, I don't know. But he's a year-rounder, which means he's in Camp Half-Blood all year. So I don't know what happened between him and his mother. Is his mother alive or not? I wish Lester/Apollo told us, because they dated or something. But they didn't, so I don't know what happened to her. But she raised a wonderful boy. Thank you for listening. I don't own any fan art or the characters. Bye-bye.